Hey guys, welcome back to the Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create bullet holes so that when you shoot something it will leave a bullet hole in the wall or whatever you shoot as well. So it just adds another level of realism to your games and it's going to look quite good. So I'll show you what this is going to look like now. So if we get in, I can shoot the gun and you see it hit the wall there. We have a bullet hole. If I shoot again, we're going to get one there. If I shoot the floor, we'll get a bullet hole there. And also with these decals, they do work everywhere we shoot them as well, so it's not going to break or work differently anywhere else. And after a set amount of time, these will despawn as well, so they're not going to stay there and lagging out your game. So this is what we're going to be creating today. You see that's doing that because of the physics of this gun. But the decals do still work, so you do still get bullet holes on these objects as well. You can see them, they are spawning in there. So we're going to be creating these today, and also if we do this, it's going to bounce along the floor. It's not going to spawn a load of them in on the floor when it's bouncing. It's only going to do it on the first impact, like so, which is obviously what we want. So we're going to create this today, so I'll delete the code and show you how I've done this. So what we want to do first is we want to import our texture for this. So I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to the one that I'm using, so you can use it as well. And to import this, it's very simple. All we need to do is just drag and drop this into our project here, and you can see we have it here. Now I've edited this a little bit in Photoshop, so all I've done is I just cut it out and added a white background. So this just makes it easier for us to use, so you can do the same thing as well. It's really easy and simple to do. So once you've imported that, like I say, we're just going to open this up. And in here, all we want to do is we want to tick Chroma Key Texture, select the color, hit this eyedrop tool and select the white background like that and hit OK. And what this is going to do is it's going to remove the background and just make this transparent for us, which is obviously what we want because we don't want the white there as well, we just want the bullet hole here. So this is what we want here. So once you've done that, you can save and close that like so. Once you've done that, you're going to right click on this texture and we're going to create material. You can leave the name by default and open it up straight away like so. Then in here, all we're going to do is just very simple things. We can leave everything the same texture wise, but we just need to change the material domain in the bottom left here from surface to deferred decal, because obviously we're using decals. We're going to change the blend mode from opaque to translucent, so it's got the transparent background as well. And then we're going to change the decal blend mode from translucent to debuffer translucent color normal roughness. And what that does is it means that no matter which way it's going to be facing, so whichever wall it's on or anything like that, it's going to have the correct color, the correct brightness, everything like that. So this isn't going to break where we put it, which is again obviously how we want this. And also there's one other thing. So we do need to change the texture a little bit. We're just going to take the alpha value here, put that to the opacity. So what this is going to do is this will give us the shape of the bullet hole. This will give us the color of it. So once you've done that, you can just hit apply in here, and that's all we need to do for the material. So this is the bullet hole material done. This is going to give us the correct bullet hole look that we want. And obviously you can use as many different ones as you want. I'm just going to use this one, and it's going to look something like this. Obviously we don't see it too well here. I'll change it to a cube, and yeah, you can't really see it, but we will once you spawn it in. So we're going to close that like so. After this, we want to open up our bullet blueprint. So for me, that's going to be the first person projectile. So that's content, first person BP, blueprints, first person projectile. But again, you can do this wherever you want in whichever bullet blueprint you have, or essentially where you have the code of the bullet hitting something. So when your bullet collides with something, the code you have there is where you want to put this. So we're using event hit in the bullet projectile here. So we're going to come out of event hit and we're going to hold down S, left click to get a sequence, plugging that in there. Then 0 is just going to go into the branch, so the first code we have already. Then 1 is going to go into spawning this decal. So we're going to hold down O, left click to get a do once there, plugging that into the then 1 of this sequence. And the reason we're doing this is so that it only spawns the decal once, so every time it bounces on the floor it won't spawn in a bullet hole, as obviously we don't want that. And we don't need to reset it because obviously we only want to do it once. After completed, we're going to come out of that and we're going to spawn decal attached, so we're going to attach it to something. The decal material is going to be our bullet hole mat that we just made there. The decal size I'm going to set to 15. You can set this to whatever you like. You can just mess about with the sizing to get it perfect for you, but 15 to 20, something like that is a good size to mess about with. But again, obviously just get it perfect for you, set it to what is good for the size that you want. Attach a component, we're going to come out of that, and that's going to go into the other component of our event hit here. So event hit, other component, goes in the attached component there, as obviously it's going to attach this bullet hole to the component that the bullet has collided with, i.e. a wall, a floor, a person, anything like that. Then the hit location is going to be the location of this one decal, obviously, so we want to spawn it at the location of where the bullet hit. And then for the rotation, what we want to do is we want to come out of the hit normal of the event hit. We're going to come out of that and we're going to get rotation from X vector. So it's going to get the X vector and obviously get the rotation from it. So plug that in the rotation there. which this means that no matter which surface it hits, it's always going to face the correct direction. So if it hits this way, it will face the right way. If it hits this way, it will face the correct way, as it's going to be doing it dynamically for each x-axis. The location type, we want to keep world position. So obviously it's going to hit the correct place on the actor, or on the wall, the component, and keep the position of that. The lifespan down here is how long you want it to stay. 0, it means it doesn't disappear. I'm going to set this to 10. So that is 10 seconds. So 10 seconds after it spawned in, it's going to despawn. Set this to whatever you like. This just basically helps with lag. So if you delete them after a while, there won't be as many, as without having a lot of decals can lag out your game a lot and requires a lot of CPU and stuff. So make sure you have something in the lifespan there. And this is it, pretty much done. So we can compile and save that. As like I say, this is it done. So what it's going to do is when it hits something, so when the bullet collides with something, it's going to spawn in this bullet hole, and it will do it at the correct component that it hits. So on a wall or on a floor, it will do it at the position that it hits at, and it will do it for the correct rotation of that as well. So like I say, compile, save, minimize, and hit play to test this. We should see this working. So if we shoot a wall, we're going to get a bullet hole there. If we shoot the floor, we're going to get a bullet hole there. And if I shoot something so it bounces, we're not going to get 2 bullet holes, as obviously that's not how that works. So this is working great. So it's just going to hit the bullet hole like that. Whatever it collides with, a bullet hole will spawn exactly where that hit. Now obviously if you want the bullet hole and then you don't want the bullet to bounce off afterwards, that's fine as well. That's just how this is set up by default. So what you can do is basically just don't add impulse location and just go straight into the destroy actor. And we don't even need this branch here for simulating physics, so I can just go out of true and false as well, just to show you. So what this is going to do is when it collides with something, it's going to spawn a bullet hole and then destroy the bullet as well, like so. So it's going to hit something, spawn a bullet hole, and then despawn as well. So you can customize this however you like. But in this one, I've just shown you how to do the basic bullet hole. So what's going to happen is we're going to shoot, it's going to collide with something, and a bullet hole will spawn where we want it. And as you can see, after a set amount of time that we have set, obviously I set it to 10, they're going to despawn like so, like disappear, to help with lag. So that works perfectly. So I think that'll be it for this video, is we've done everything we've wanted to do. We've set up a system in which we can shoot our bullets, and they will create bullet holes in the wall, the floor, boxes, anything like that. And this works perfectly. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to like, subscribe down below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.